I know most of you don't remember me, but I know all of you. Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
It's all gone. Skeletor took my family. And he destroyed our world. It's all my fault.
I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. And when you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me, I know how to use it.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the Periodic Table of Awesome. My name is Dion, and I am joined by Quinny and Jill. And
I have the power!
You
Oh, I
have
also have only one arm.
the power. Yeah. Ah! Oh no!
I have
When you held
No
aloft,
power.
when you held aloft the magic sword and spoke the words, "What are we doing here? This is
what are we doing tonight?
This is a marketing opportunity."
Yes. That's right. Also, before we go any further into this episode, I
Yes.
think it's very important that I flag it right now and say, happy 450 fucking episodes, peoples.
Oh my god!
I mean, we could have actually done that anyway. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I know.
everyone.
You probably got that music.
And
so-
thanks for everyone in the chat and people listening. Yes, I know. There's a lot. 450 episodes and more. I think we've done more than 450.
Yeah, I mean, that's 450 named episodes.
Documented.
Yeah. Not including the ones that we accidentally deleted or the ones that are currently in
Or the ones we had to record twice.
Yeah, or the one where
Hey,
the ones
hey.
that we did drunk. Like this.
I'm going to talk about that. And look, I hadn't actually checked until just right now when I looked at the graphics around the screen going, and both He-Man and Mechanic are definitely checking Jill out. It's like, oh.
So
I hadn't planned that. It's just happened that way. It's natural.
And the good thing is, like, it's fine that it's He-Man and Mechanic checking you out. There's a good thing we didn't use some of the other He-Man characters, like, I don't know, Tongue Lashor, Extender.
What was Jesus? What was the one with the elephant head that
Snout Spout.
Snout spout? Yep. You know,
I'm going through the
They're
list
all
of the,
strangely sexual.
They
aren't
really
for
are.
Children's toys.
they really are.
It was the 80s, man. People were just full of cocaine. They didn't know
weed.
what they were doing.
I mean, you could have Stone Dar.
No,
the
70s were
rock
full
lord.
of weed.
Stone R.
80s were full of fucking cocaine, which is why we got where we are. But that's not what we're doing. We're talking about Master of the Universe, the 2026 Travis Knight film that is coming out. By the time the podcast goes out, it will be out. And
Yes.
at the moment of the time of recording, our social impressions will eventually get to be a review when the podcast comes out, and that's what we're doing it for. Yes. Okay. All
Yes.
bases covered.
Yeah.
So this first half is very much spoiler free.
Yeah.
Social impression.
Exactly.
And the
And-
second half that you won't be listening to unless you're listening to the podcast because you won't have seen the film yet will be a full no fucking around review.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's all a review. Shut up.
Well, thanks
Yeah,
very
yeah.
thanks very much. We got a chance to go and see Masters of the Universe, not He-Man. It's like it's just called Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
Thank you to Sony.
Yes. Thanks,
yeah.
Sony.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sony. Last week, which was an interesting time.
Well, I'm impressed with the amount of like marketing and shit they were doing in the lead up to it. Like
Yes,
they did
lots
their
of activations around town.
yeah, and they're obviously going, okay, we need to make this thing a big thing because at the moment I get the distinct impression that this summer's big tentpole movies have radically underperformed.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, this is our this is our second live action attempt at He-Man, but it isn't the first time of recent time that it has been rebooted, in a sense.
This is true.
Quinny, you know more of this than I do.
Yep. So 2002-ish, we got the new Masters of the Universe that was I can't even remember, I think it was Cartoon Network. And they did like 3 seasons of that, and that was, pretty cool. Had a lot of spinning weapons. Yeah, cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like traditional 2D cartoon. A lot of people liked that one. It was very popular, lots of toys. Then 2023, I think, we got Revelations.
The Kevin Smith one. That's the one I know.
Yeah.
Besides
so-
the original.
Yes. Which very much was a kind of follow on from the original. It wasn't a reboot as such. It was kind of
okay.
like, okay, everything that happened in the original, yeah, that kind of still happened. Then in 2024, we got a completely different, no, it wasn't 2024, 2023 as well. We got a completely different CGI animated He-Man series, also on Netflix. So there were 2 lots of He-Man on Netflix at the same
That's
time.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't bother with that one.
yeah. And it was very weird, but actually
Mm.
quite fun.
Okay.
Like, they were clearly going, okay, we're going to appeal to the adults with Revelations, the older collector market.
Yeah.
And now we need something for the kids as well.
Okay.
And it was good fun. Like, they were very different. But, and by the sounds of it, we're going to get another animated series after this as well that's aimed at even younger kids.
Oh God. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do we want to include the Princesses of Power within
I think
your
it's a-
cartoon reboot talk?
it's a tricky one because the Princess of Power or like She-Ra that came out on Netflix whenever that was
Yeah.
technically wasn't really associated with He-Man.
Right.
Okay.
Like there was
so
no
even
mention
though...
of He-Man or Eternia at all in any of it.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
look, from what I can understand via the canon events that I am reading to like here, you have
Yeah.
the 1983 to 1985 animated series, and then you have a He-Man and She-Ra a Christmas special. What it says. I'm not making this
Yeah.
up.
That's
Yeah.
our Life Day.
The
one
new
episode.
adventures of He-Man in the 90s.
Oh shit! So that was the sci-fi version where He-Man had a laser sword and
Yeah.
Skeletor was like half robot and shit.
He-Man and the
And
Masters of
nobody
the
liked it.
Universe in 2002.
Yep, that's the
Uh,
cool one.
He-Man and the
Lots of
Masters of the
spinning
Universe in 2021.
Okay, my years were off. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. And that's just the animated stuff apart from Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is the Kevin Smith one. but wasn't called He-Man. And then we had the live action Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe 1987. And
Wow.
then the Chinese film He-Man in 2011, which is unrelated to the He-Man, but it just makes the cut because it was called He-Man.
Also, don't forget Master of the Universe, the Asylum mockbuster that is currently available in all of your best torrenting sites.
Yeah, and we're not even going to go with the other film called She-Man. That is a different different one whatsoever. That is when the Safe Search went back on, and I stopped researching too much. But yes, now we've had all of those. We have this new way of introducing kids to a marketing opportunity. Just like the first
merchandising.
Yeah, just like the first go round when toy brands were looking for something to attach their brand to. We now have a whole new generation of kids, marketing opportunities to present to. And we get this one, 2026, Masters of the Universe. Prince Adam, Cringer, Man-at-Arms, Teela, Skeletor.
They've gone back to formula.
Yep. Evil Lynn.
I want to know, Jill, where
Yes.
were you at with He-Man and She-Ra? Were you like back in? Yeah.
Yes. In my very, very, very young years of the 80s, loving Ninja Turtles and Batman and He-Man and She-Ra. I used to call her Sheila, not She-Ra, because at that age couldn't read. That was She-Ra. I thought it
Fuck,
was
Jill,
She-Ra.
I would pay good money to have the Australian Sheila. Sheila. Na
He-Man
na
and
na na
She-Ra.
na 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 na.
Yeah.
Fucking Sheila.
Yeah, nah.
But no, I was peak marketing opportunity because I had the My Little Ponies, I had the Rainbow Brights, I had the Strawberry Shortcakes. Like the 80s was where it was at with toys and cartoons, and I had them all.
I love you, Jill.
I mean, it wasn't just you. This was the perfect thing of going, hey, you know, the boy toy is there, and then the girl toy is there, and we're just doing them all together, and everyone's like, great. I love
Interesting, because like the toys of She-Ra were an expensive gamble for Mattel. Like they'd been making massive fucking bank on He-Man. Like they'd been making billions of dollars out of He-Man. And they were like, well, how do we make more billions of dollars? I don't know. There's 50% of the audience that aren't watching this. So how do we get to them? Okay, we're going to make these ones. But the thing was they had rooted hair, and they also had fabric costumes.
Yeah.
And all of the jewels.
You can't
and
just
stuff
punch them
like
out
that.
in a plastic mold.
No.
Exactly.
He-Man was definitely, like, the whole toy line was a Control-C, Control-V fest.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can go and watch that episode of the Netflix show, The Toys That Made Us. They've got the whole He-Man episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's very
you can
good.
go find out more about those toys. But I mean, the original Dorito, Jill, you would have had there. Just going,
I didn't kick a boy toy out of the playroom, that is for sure.
Yeah. they were welcome.
They were welcome.
Big Jim, all of
but look, you know, they tried to follow on with the recipe by making the live action Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe film. And I can tell, like, after that one, it probably would have made a lot of people gun shy of the whole thing.
Why? What happened to the company that released it, Dion?
They collapsed. Because it was at Kuroko?
It was Canon, I think.
Canon, yeah, it was Canon film. Again, another episode you can watch about Canon films and where they came from, what they did. And the thing that Cyborg, that eventually got released with Jean-Claude Van Damme, was the sequel to Masters of the Universe. And they just, they used all the props and the sets and the ideas that they were going to do to film that, and they just turned it into Cyborg. Which is an action movie you can go and look up on your own time.
Did we love the 1987?
It held a place.
I didn't watch it.
Well done.
I mean, one of the key memories that I have of the 1987 one is that Skeletor's giant hovercraft was actually like a swamp boat but it wasn't running. It just had the big fan thing behind that they set dressed, and then they just put it on a trailer and wheeled it down the street and kept all the minions in front of it, so you couldn't see that it didn't actually hover.
I also think that that particular piece of kit was also the Jabba's sail barge repurposed, wasn't it?
Could have been. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it wasn't high art.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Lots of people forget that the lead humans in that one, Tom Paris from Voyager, and Courtney Cox from Friends.
Wow.
And Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. And Dolph Lundgren and you know.
Hang on, what year did this come out?
87.
87.
87.
Yep.
Not 97.
No.
Like this
Yeah,
was
okay,
still
so I
when
was-
He-Man was big.
So
I was 3 years old, so I was not going to see Dolph Lundgren at the cinema. And unless
Right.
it was a cartoon, we were not getting the VHS. So
Fair.
definitely skipped that one.
So it makes me quite terrified to say things like almost 40 years later we have
Yeah.
now a different imagination taking hold of this Masters of the Universe. And that leads us to the thing of like, what is the film about, Quinny? And
Synopsis time.
Okay, it is synopsis time.
And chat, please tell us. I say chat like a
It's
fucking
shit
influencer.
accent time.
Yeah, like which
I think
accent?
we all know what accent we want to hear.
Quinny had a high vote for fucking Skeletor, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let him rest on that laurel because he would have prepped.
Aww.
Prepped. You're the
Yeah.
one that wrote that recreated the fucking synopsis in Skeletorese.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. There is a translator. You can go out there and find out they translate things from English to Skeletor.
Yeah, Dion sacrificed 5 million gallons of drinking water so that the AI could
I
generate the
didn't
synopsis for
know.
us.
I didn't know it had an AI back end, and I was like, no.
It makes these things, Dion. There's no fairy in the internet that's writing it for you.
I mean, you know, like
All of the things you love will be done by AI. Till next time, boobs.
oh no, they're making boobs out of AI.
What did you call me?
We'll find out how your boobs handled this one a little later.
Oh, my boobs have a lot to say.
Excellent.
Oh
I
god.
can't wait. Is it going to be that kind of stream?
Okay, look, I mean, I'm just...
Okay, they all want it. They all want
Yeah.
They all want... Oh, here we go. There's some music behind you. Off you go.
it. Okay. After 15 pathetic years of separation, Grayskull's silly sword drags that fool Prince Adam from his puny Earth home back to Eternia. But wait, he finds his precious home annihilated and under my glorious evil rule. To reclaim his destiny and to save his doomed rock, the boy must grovel with his sidekicks, that awful Teela, and that quite strapping man-at-arms, to become He-Man. Bah! Even the most powerful man can't stop me. Until next time, boobs.
Okay, hands down, that's the greatest synopsis you've ever performed.
I mean,
Thank you. Thank you.
no one's
Okay.
gonna know that with the podcast, but the way you held your phone up in front of camera was just peak. peak
Because-
old man yells
Yeah,
at
that
phone.
was a little bit boomer of you.
Yeah, I hated doing it that way. I'm very sorry.
Oh, there you go. 100.
But you sent it to the group chat that isn't on my computer.
a
You
mil-
got a million out of 100.
yeah, a million out of 100. Well
Yay.
done. Well done, Quinny.
All the way through the movie, I was just doing little skeleton laughs because it was amusing me as much as anything else.
And I wanted to punch you so hard. No, it was fine. Oh, dear.
So yes, the other version of that is Prince Adam has been stuck on Earth for 15 years.
We don't need it.
No,
yeah, we
okay,
don't need it. Like, who fucking cares? It's
We
fucking
got
He-Man.
it.
Do you remember the toy line? We're here to sell you more toy line with this film. It's got a lot of
Yes.
things that happen and stuff goes on. And in the end, you want the power.
Okay, so here's the thing. Last week we were bitching about Mando and Grogu being a yes and. And then
Yeah.
film.
And then
Yeah.
yes.
This was an and then film.
Oh yeah,
But it was through the lens of our nostalgia, so everything is forgiven.
yeah.
I just want to
Yeah.
put that out there. This
Oh, yeah.
was by no means a masterpiece in storytelling.
No, but it was fun.
But it was fun!
That's
I have a different opinion in the sense that I agree with you, Jill. It says it does go a lot of and then. But occasionally it goes because and
and then
therefore and then.
and then.
Yeah, which is actually great because sometimes you're just like, oh, he's doing that because I get you. And also, it knew what it was. I think that's the greatest thing about this film. Is Masters of the Universe, this new one, knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
1000%.
In the 87 one, it didn't really know whether or not it was supposed to be a direct copy of the film. Oh, sorry, the cartoon line. It's doing all of it. It doesn't
But
want to
also
acknowledge
it had
the stupidity.
that cultural cringe thing of going, we can't be based on a toy line, so we can't just replicate what's in the toys. We can't, we don't have the money to replicate Orko, but so we're going to replace him with Gwildor. But also, we can't just have him in a fucking loincloth and a cross. We've got to put him in, complicated armor designed by Mobius.
It was them doing Dark and Gritty before we knew what Dark and Gritty was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that Frank Langella is having a fucking great go at it. His Skeletor is really fucking good.
Yeah.
Evelyn is fucking mint in that film.
But this is one of the things that is interesting about it is because the He-Man cartoon came out in the 80s, and only 2 years after the cartoon finished did the film come out. And so what you had a bunch of kids who were turning into late teenage people, 15 to 18 to 20, suddenly confronted with this nostalgic thing that wasn't nostalgic, that was a bit different, and it didn't quite make sense, and it wasn't as colorful.
I think that's where this film has the advantage of the nostalgia lens. You have a peak audience of people that are, have been fed on a staple diet of 20 years of Marvel movies. And they're dying for the next thing to relive their childhood with. And it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And I think the most brilliant thing that they did with making this film is they didn't say, we're going to give it the Scott Snyder treatment. They're like, no, we're going full camp. You remember how how ridiculous the cartoon was? Or we're going to lean into that and we're doing it again. Because yes, you are all in your 40s and 50s now that used to watch this cartoon. We want to give you that experience again, while also bringing in a younger audience with I would argue a PG-ish rated film.
Oh god, yeah, there's no blood or anything like that. This is absolute adventure shit.
Hello romance either.
No. no
Dylan's
sex.
very quick to friend zone Adam, which I'm I'm sorry girl, but you have the willpower because I would not in that situation. I'm like, damn girl, she got that on lock.
Yeah. There were moments like that I also really enjoyed in this, because there is this kind of incredibly self-aware humor in there as well. This is about a character called He-Man, you know, and we're making jokes about he, him, we're making jokes about names, but then, he shows up and it's like, okay, I'm going to stereotypically friend zone you. That scene is absolutely written as a stereotypical, I like you as a brother,
Yeah.
all of the stereotypical lines. And it is just that absolute thing of hammering home a particular attitude and a vibe and a humor. Which I think is super smart.
That's really not what this film is about. This film is about trying to cram as many marketing opportunities onto the screen as possible. And make sure that they're referencing the people that you used to buy the toys of. And now that you have more disposable income, maybe you'll buy the toys again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But that's a cynical way to look at things.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Cynicor.
Cynicor. Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like this, but this is, we know what we're doing when you're going into this. You're not walking into Masters of the Universe because you're like, oh, that's going to be high art. That's going to be. And, I think people are really have an appetite for it at the moment with so many films and series and things that have come out recently in this science fiction kind of vibe. Having basically a standalone film that exists in its own story, that is just a bunch of fun and doesn't have the need to try and pull multiple franchises and story worlds and references together. It just kind of comes out and goes, you know what? This is fun. It's based on a cartoon. We understand that. We're going to make fun of it where it's applicable, and we're going to, have a little bit of actual drama and emotion, but relate it back to childhood and growing up.
Yeah.
And it
they
works
honestly
well.
really didn't have to do a lot of exposition to open this film either.
No.
It was quite straightforward. I think they really expected everybody going there to know what they're in for.
And it's interesting because, like, even in that, they didn't fuck with any of the old school lore or anything like that. There's things in there where I was like, huh, okay, nice, neat. The reason that the kid gets sent to Earth is because his mom is originally from Earth, and in the cartoon she was an astronaut who came from Earth.
There you go.
I was like, fucking okay, that's a hella deep cut, but nice work.
Yeah, I didn't know that Evelyn was from Earth.
I'd forgotten that part too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to a community college.
Quinny wouldn't know. He hasn't seen it.
I have seen all the community.
You didn't see the one about the Parks Department.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't care about local government.
But I mean, like this one, I've been quite enjoying the marketing. I've been quite enjoying the sort of advertising here. We know that we wanted to see, it just gave us a tease of enough of the things that we know and recognize that we could get on board with it. And it has the right look. It has the right kind of thing. No one's looking too realistic, which is, I think, the real hard thing here is we need to make it look like these people actually exist, but we don't need to make it too real by changing too much. We want the color. We want the movement. We want the weird shape to each of the individual characters. And I felt like they kept a lot of that and nodded in the appropriate way instead of just going, no, they're all the kind of same outfit, but they just have a flash of color here. No.
I really think the costume design was brilliant. I mean,
yeah, it was really good.
It managed to replicate like the original designs in such a way that felt like, I would say, lived in and real, but like still cartoony.
Except for the sorceress.
Oh, okay.
I'm just having a whinge
What, you
about
think
the
she
sorceress.
should have just been made out of feathers?
Kind of. Like, she could have had the more feathery, the color, everything. She looked too different to me. And I was like, oh, I want to see the sorceress being.
I'm like, what's a couture sorceress look like? And I thought they gave that to us.
I mean, I would say that like they did a better job of getting her close to the design of the character than the 87.
Oh, no, this is a vast improvement on all of the 87 pieces. Absolutely. Yeah. At least, least of which
she's at least bird themed.
Yeah, somewhat.
She's got a little she's got the headdress that's the bird theme, and the colors were right. I thought she was pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
but at least Skeletor looked good.
Okay. So we were not excited about Skeletor because
Let's
we're
talk
not
about Skeletor.
Jared Leto fans. Let's be honest.
No,
he's a bit of a kook.
No one is.
We're not.
I thought you were going for a different C word then.
Don't worry. He, I love the fact that it was like, oh, he's a bit of a kook, and then he was coming out in this film, and everyone's a bit like, oh, and he went very quiet for a while. But of course, as soon as the film came out, what did he come out with? Oh, I'm gonna use AI to sell tickets to my concerts as a verification platform. So for
Oh,
his
Jared.
I know, right? It was just one of those things where it was like, oh God, you could have just shut up and been in a good movie.
Yeah.
Even that he couldn't do.
No.
But
He was
you know what?
complaining.
We don't even see him.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Skeletor is Skeletor. It's not Jared Leto. Like, there's no, I would say there's no like personality of his at all that comes through.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even sound like him.
No. I mean, I'd also say it doesn't particularly sound like Skeletor.
No.
No. I mean, we didn't get the funny voice Skeletor, like Quinny's impersonation, but I
Yeah.
think it was Skeletor-esque, and I think that like some of the language that he used was good, and I
The
really
language
quite
is right.
I really quite enjoyed the mannerisms
Yes.
that he
Yes.
brought to life.
Yeah. It's
He
like
was very lived in character, and he was kind of like chewing the scenery. I really enjoyed Skeletor.
yeah.
Yeah, you knocked me over with a fucking feather, but yeah, I actually thought Skeletor was a highlight of the film. And even though I didn't like his particular voice, and sometimes I couldn't even fully understand what he was saying because the voice choice was a little questionable, but he was chewing every piece of fucking scenery he could get his hands on, and that's right for this character.
Yeah, 100%.
Look, most of the villains,
like that's what Skeletor's meant to be.
Most of the villains in the film are great. You know, small irritations. I'm only just annoyed that they kind of shelved Tri-Klops significantly, but that's okay. He looked fine.
I love Tri-Klops as a character.
I'm actually I liked most of the heroes as well as they came in, and they actually have some great dialogue and kind of thing. But I'm still a little peeved that they minimized Cringer.
Yes.
I mean, as someone that is on the poster that is there, that is looking, and you know that He-Man rides Battlecat into battle as like a thing. I was a little bit, not that he wasn't there, he's definitely there. I was just a little bit disappointed with the utilization, and I was like, oh man, you could have cut some of the other shit that was going on and followed Cringer a little bit, or had them as a twofer.
Yeah.
But that's just picking. That's just picking.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, look, I agree.
Yeah, but like I loved Battle Cat. Like loved all the animal sidekick characters out of anything. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get as much screen time on him as we could have.
No, like and no Panther. For the
No.
Panther stands, no one's there. No one's there for the flocked thing.
I had both Battlecat and Panther, but Panther had like all of the best He-Man toys. Just that shitty kind of flocking.
Yeah.
That
Did you know? Out of curiosity, as a bit of trivia, do you know where the Battlecat toy came from?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Originally the mold from a circus playset. The same cat got used as the mold for it was Big Jim, or something that was different, was black, and then it just got used as Battlecat, and then it got used as Panther. So it's the same thing on 4 different toy lines. They just, like, as a Control-C, Control-V, done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New paint job, Wheeler out.
Yep.
Loved it.
It's a tiger. What color? Green and yellow. Go. Great. Perfect. Okay, how do we make it evil? Make it purple and flock it. Flock it real good.
I love some of the decisions that are made in the toy line. It's fine. It's hilarious, you know, especially because in the concept art for Panther, he's black with a purple like frame that Skeletor sits in. And when they came to make the toy, they're like, no, the cat's going to be purple, and we're going to color the saddle green. And everyone's like, why? Skeletor is purple.
Complementary colors. It's on the other side of the color wheel. Shut up.
It's not even the other saddle. The other saddle is brown. Did you just have green leftover plastic that you needed to use? Yes.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yes. So things that I loved about this, I love the color. Like, I love that this is a film that is not afraid of going, let's go big. Let's go bold on our colors. Let's have really, really vibrant fucking, locations and sets, and, everybody, Mechaneck. Mechaneck is wearing bright blue, bright red with a silver neck.
Yep.
And he looks dumb, and I love it.
Yeah, great color grading.
Yeah.
Nothing washed out, no dark and gritty.
Yep.
No. They knew what they were doing. This is like 1990s Ninja Turtle 2. You know, not the first one, which was very gritty and dark. Second one, where it's colorful.
Yeah, look, it works really well. We get to see where has Adam been when he grows up. Absolutely no one believes that he's just a scrawny weakling, because in no point when he's looking like Adam or Prince Adam does he look like he's not built like a brick shithouse.
I know. Like, Nicholas Galitzine really, really hit the gym for this. Like, he got yoked. Like, and it's so funny because, like, after this, he immediately went back to film Red, White, and Royal Blue 2. And I'm like, how do you go back to being, like, cute little twunk Prince Henry when you were, like, jacked He-Man? So that's going to be fun to see.
Maybe got jacked for the wedding, Jill.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how it goes. If you're a twink and you're getting married, you got to put on the muscle.
The thing that gets me is that even though he is incredibly fucking yoked, he is, as you say, jacked to all fuckery. People still bitched.
Bigger in the posters though, and they've really photoshopped him in the posters, because when he does transform into He-Man, I'm like, looks a bit small.
Yeah, people still were complaining that he wasn't big enough as He-Man, and I was like,
like on film, he didn't look that big. I think the posters, they've photoshopped the posters.
Given perhaps a little bit of help.
Anyone compared to the steroid junkies of the 80s, like Dolph Lundgren and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, you're always going to get like nothing. He couldn't damage himself that hard. But also, it was a little bit of a whiplash for me, Jill, because that was the first time I'd seen Nicholas Galitzine was in Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Yeah.
And then the next time I see him, is like, there's He-Man. I'm like, really? Makes sense. No, I'm willing to go with it. When will he and Man-at-Arms kiss?
I was...
Or him and Skeletor.
No, that's incest, Quinny. That's incest.
Oh.
I don't know. Okay, so that was a thing that we will talk about in the spoiler section. I was about to ask a question, then went, hang on, no, that's spoiler.
That's from the cartoon. You can't spoil the cartoon with those plot things.
Which version of the cartoon, man? Because in different versions, Skeletor's either been related to him or not related to him, or his uncle, or
I'm going from the card back of the 80s toys.
So a storyline completely unrelated to the cartoon, or are you going from the little comics in the toys?
The comics and stuff, which actually is where it comes up, isn't it? The first time.
Oh, quite possibly, but like in that one, in those comics, Skeletor's a demon from another fucking dimension.
Yeah,
like,
but I mean,
there's a lot that they dropped out of those.
You've got to pull it all to. Yeah, I mean, no one knew what was happening.
Like Tila being a goddess of the snakes.
Yeah. You know? She's actually she's actually the true heir to Snake Mountain.
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah.
I know. Sick, right?
Yeah. In the toys, she's got a cool piece of snake armor and a snake staff, and everyone's like, where's all that going? Nowhere. We're going to leave that entirely alone.
This doesn't sound at all like they just hired a couple of writers who were desperate for a job, who just got to come up with all of the information that goes on the back of them, and they were just like, we just have to fill it. We need 170 words. Like, for the love of God. Also, here are 12 new characters, which are basically copy-paste from characters we've already established. You can't reuse them.
And we can't get the guy who's doing all of the G.I. Joe ones because he's busy.
Yeah. I mean, look, you get your classics in the hero line: Ram Man, Fisto, Moss Man, Mechanic, Roboto. You've got all these things. They all get to show up.
Names.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Very creative names.
Oh, and I love the explanation for that, which I'm not
Me
entirely
too.
sure. Like,
I think I don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah, I don't really want to
creative.
It makes it make sense in the film, which is, I think, a really important thing to know to carry on into this, which is not spoilery, is that the film is hyper aware that it is a silly, ridiculous story. So how do you make that make sense to the people that you're going on? Well, the person that you're following to go through this is Prince Adam / He-Man. And you're you have to, he's a great avenue to go, we are remembering this through his child eyes. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to all of this ridiculous shit, imagine, the last time you saw all these people when you were 5 and you remember them in a certain way. And that's, I think, a really good success of the film. because it allows you to leave all of that baggage that you have as an adult alone
Yeah.
and put it aside and go, actually, no, it's fine. Sure, catch that flying scythe blade in your hands on a moving ship that didn't make sense, but fuck it. And if there's ever a character that I think I like a change that they did with it, it is Man at Arms, because he's there to be like the drunk uncle who would be complaining about the film.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the
Yeah.
adult in the room that's like, this is fucking dumb. I don't want to be there. Well, your character is on the screen and he's
But
useless.
casting someone like Idris Elba, who's like just absolutely like a fantastic actor, been around
Yeah.
the block, been in everything, like so serious in a lot of his roles, to put him in there as like the straight guy, really, to
Yeah.
kind of ground it all was great.
I love also that they kept a lot of the notions that they had in the toys that didn't make sense even in a toy line, but it made sense in a cartoon. Like, why do you have swords and shields and axes and also blasters and clubs? And for
Just
whatever
'cause.
whatever reason, in this one, it fucking works. You know, Man at Arms pulls out a gun and shoots a bunch of people and then goes, nope, time for mace, and just pulls out a telescoping mace and starts beating people up with it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm with it. I love it.
And then has some pretty badass fights with one of my favorite characters, Trapjaw.
Yeah.
You know, who is one of those fucking characters that is so toy.
Yeah.
You're just like, hang on, why is his skin blue but his face is green and his jaws red metal but his arms black and a hook and a what the fuck does that all that mean? It's just like I love him though.
I love him as a toy too, because I was always fascinated by on his head there was a little ring, and on the toy it would say you could just thread it onto a piece of string and let him like zoom down to attack on like a piece of string. I love that. I thought that was just genius. What are we going to do? We're just going to leave a little ring there. And if any kid did that in about 3 seconds, the piece of string pulled through that ring and you were left with a fucked toy that couldn't do that anymore.
Yep.
Unless,
so true.
unless you had a creative older person in your life, like I did, who just screwed in a metal ring straight into the top of the toy's head. And had
Smart.
a weird Teletubby effect. But it worked. It was effective.
I liked the way that this sort of is a fantasy story for sword bros.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is very much like, oh, we just want a story where you know, it's the power fantasy that every guy is like, okay, so I could just pick up a cool sword and then I've got unlimited power and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Sweet, cool. But also, he's such a nerd. When he's in Earth, he's a fucking sword nerd, like a straight up sword nerd.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not like a fun nerd, but like a really dorky nerd.
Yeah, like he's going on dates and trying
It's
to
so
tell people.
weird because he's like really fucking hot as well. So he's going on all these dates, but talking about fucking swords and the planet that he had to leave when he was a child. And I'm like, sure, bro, I'll go with it.
I fucking really love that.
I'll indulge you.
Because that's exactly
your
how
place or mine.
Yeah, that's exactly how it kind of would have gone, which is like, you're hot, yes, let's go on a date. And then you sit down and he starts talking, you're like, oh God.
You're a fucking weirdo. Okay.
Yet the one person that likes him was the chick in the comic store.
In the comic shop, that was
That was
me.
like,
That was me.
Anyway, call me.
He destroys the entire shop and like flees with the sword, and she calls out, "Are you single?" I'm like, "Get it, girl."
After taking photos of him looking like he's in a compromising position with the statue. And that statue is a fucking nice little callback too. So that character was the original design of what was going to be He-Man. And somewhere on the thing, it actually has the original name, which I've been trying to look up for the past 5 minutes and can't find it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, look,
I was like, that's fucking cool.
It's a really interesting film. They took great care to make it like try and feel, because it's so convoluted and so stupid. even Eternia doesn't really work that one. The only thing that they missed, I think, in the Eternia that we didn't see was a monorail. We needed a monorail.
Though there was a bit that I was like, holy shit, that design's very reminiscent of the actual toy of Eternia.
Yes, exactly. And that's why it needed a fucking monorail.
You are correct.
A ridiculous, shaky, shoddy, tiny thing that would fall off in a minute, and I would have just been in the background. Like, it's like, yes, fuck on Eternia. Monorail.
But like they're flying around in a fucking Talon fighter, and I'm like, fuck yeah. If they'd landed on Point Dread, I would have lost my shit. Like all of this stuff
I feel like
is my heart.
They missed the little scooter that comes off the front of the attack track or whatever it is. That like,
though he does, fly around on his little attack sled thing.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What is it with the 80s toys? I always had an attack sled. Doesn't matter what it is. G.I. Joe, He-Man,
Star Wars.
Turtles.
There was a lot of them in Star Wars.
Yes, there were a lot in Star Wars.
Yeah, like there's a lot of really good humor too. Like I found myself laughing all the way through it.
Yeah, it was quite comedic. And all very like tongue in cheek, like we know what we're doing. Like we know what we are and we're leaning into it and we're okay with that.
Yep.
Which is great because like you can't do a movie that's as ridiculous as this and try to be serious about it and then like not be funny at all.
Yeah. It diverges, like when you say leaning into it, at some points I feel like it's almost tipping over and undercutting itself.
It walked a line very carefully and I wish that it had tipped over.
Right.
You wanted it to be more comedy?
Yeah, I think it could have been even stupider. And
I mean,
I think it would have benefited from being more camp.
So you wanted one of the boing sound effects or something in there because we've experimented with that in movies before and it does not go as well as you think.
I don't know. I think it could have pushed the needle a little bit further.
I'm looking at you,
I don't know, because there's bits at the end that we'll talk about later that.
See that I loved, and I would have liked a couple of more moments in the proper film, not like as an epilogue. Like I would have liked a bit more stupidity in the body of the film.
There's parts of it that I was like, I would love to see them like go, okay, we've got to get somewhere, and then they try to get in like a battle bones, and everybody's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Things of calling out the inherent stupidity of the toy nature of it all.
That kind of would have been great with the battle bones if everyone just jumped, like all the Eternians just jump up and wrap like 2 pieces of bone around their ribs and just get held there. And Prince Adam would have been like, what are you doing? We have planes. Like, sure. But I kind of hold out hope they can do that.
Yeah. And I mean, the good thing is I think it'll do well, and I have a feeling. So. I really hope so.
It's just over 2 hours. It's a pretty good 2 hours. You won't feel bored, or you don't like. I don't really like. There's some slightly unnecessary things, but I think everyone was having a great time. And to see it in a cinema full of people who were excited to see it was also really good because they were happy. They saw things on screen. They liked their favorite moments. I think it's
a lot of cheering and clapping throughout the film at some key points. And shout out to the guy in our cinema that yelled "smash" when Adam transformed into He-Man.
Actually, and here's a little bit of trivia too. Do you know that the original 1987 Masters of the Universe is one of the first films that had a post-credit sequence?
Oh yeah,
and could have been like it was partly responsible for that sort of thing because right at the end, Skeletor's head comes up from like the goo that he fell in and went, "I'll be back."
Oh, okay.
Well,
here's a fair warning for everybody: if you are going to see it, it has every single post-credit scene you could think of. So stay until the very, very, very,
very dead fucking end.
Every post-credit scene, absolutely. And you know what? I have to say, they were good. They made the viewing experience better.
Yeah, it wasn't like some of those Marvel ones where you're like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what, like,
no,
cool.
The worst ones are the DC ones back in that. Remember those ones where you're just like, what the fuck is that cockroach? Why is that worm there? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. Also, one thing I do want to
yes.
say before
Oh.
we go into our ratings: the music. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
I mean, there are times, like literally, there was a point in this movie where I kind of yelled out, "I'll get fucked," because I was so happy. Music choice, but also like the score and everything by Daniel Pemberton. The recurring motif of Eternia is a bit of a fucking banger.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Like, by the end of it, I was like, dun, 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 yeah, I was like, I'm into this shit.
Why do
Some
you think
great
that?
needle drops, referencing memes, which
Oh.
I love.
Why do you think it may like Daniel Pemberton did a particularly good job? Who was working with him on it?
I don't know. Maybe Sir Brian May.
Oh yes,
Maybe just the lead guitarist of Queen.
Yes.
Maybe.
But
yeah. But also, who just came off doing Project Hail Mary, and
another
like
one with a great
has been doing
soundtrack.
some really fucking good shit.
Yeah.
Look, we've almost had our full show of just talking
I
about
know.
this now.
Yeah.
So, all right, we should get into the
Right.
ratings very quickly.
Do a rating, and we'll come back and do some spoilery stuff.
Sure, quickly. I'm just going to go straight out with a 90
Nice.
because it was a fuck ton of fun, and we all need a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the popcorn things that have been going out in America, because the popcorn things that you can get in America, like the giant sword with the drink in it and the popcorn, or Castle Grayskull as a popcorn thing.
I want that Castle Grayskull something fierce, because it's a popcorn holder, a candy holder, and a drinks holder.
All in one.
Like one of the turrets is a
There you go.
and you too can have one for the princely sum of about 150 Australian.
Yeah. Can you get it in Australia, or do you have to you have to get it from? I would actually go I'd vote for the other one, Quinny, the throne, Skeletor's throne, which you can get in the US, which fits the figures that have
and
released
lights
at the
up
moment.
with LEDs and everything.
So you heard it here, folks. Anyone got a hookup? Send it to Quinny.
Yeah.
He'll definitely give you the cash. In a dodgy car park at night.
We got something equally, cool. We also got like a little Skeletor fucking
Swizzle stick.
Swizzle sticks.
Yeah.
I was like,
we had some
sick.
themed cocktails on the night. That was fun.
Yeah. And that's definitely not the reason we're rating it so highly.
No.
Jill, do you have a number for me?
I was going to say give it an 83 the year that it came out, but I'm like, no, it needs a bit more than that. I'll give it an 89.
89, nice.
Not even 87 as when the first one came out.
No, a bit more than that. Than that.
Yeah. It's better than the 87.
But not 90,
Yeah,
not
it is.
90, not 99.
No, I don't want to be the same as you. We're already turning into the same person. That's enough. I'm drawing a line.
You're modulocking, and you're becoming two different parts of one character.
Oh, I think
Sorry.
Jill's beard's
Our
coming in.
algorithms are aligning.
Jill's beard is looking fantastic.
Yeah.
When the back and forth meme shit posting just turns into the same stuff that we saw 5 minutes ago before
Just
we
start
sent
sending each other the same stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's time to take a break.
We have blended, Jill.
I know, we've merged.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm so confused.
We're drift compatible. Thank you, Predator. Actually, someone draw that. What would the mech look like that Jill and I drive?
The periodic table
calling
of
you
awesome
Dill
Jaeger.
and me Dion.
I actually, you know what? The mech would just look like Quinny, and Jill and I go. Sorry,
I'm totally down for it. Like I like that you're both in my head, walking in sync. Okay, you've gone 90. Jill's gone 89. I actually fucking loved it.
Oh,
You're the anomaly. What are you going to give it?
Oh, I'm going a little higher than all of these. Like I'm up there with the 96.
Oh, god damn it! Not a perfect rating. Not perfect, Quinny.
Look, I honestly, if Leto had fucking done a slightly better Skeletor voice,
right,
I probably would have gone all the way to a fucking near perfect. I had a ball. I laughed. I had the music playing. I was like, there was tiny little niggly things that I was just like, oh yeah.
I swear you peed a little.
Oh,
during that.
It wasn't a little.
Yeah.
It was a full torrent. No, this was like reaching into my 6-year-old brain and pulling out what I wanted, and it was Queen music, and it was colorful fucking heroes with swords and stupid fucking vehicles, and yeah, it was just everything I could possibly want, and all I want is now just another one, please. Like, there's bits in there that I like. They threw in shit that I was just like, that's so fucking obscure. Thank you. And yeah,
Okay, so we'll go for a little clip. Which clip do you want? Do you want a bit of the "I have the power" transformation, or do you want to have
the thirst trap clip?
Skelefight. Oh yeah, the thirst trap clip. We're doing that for Jill. We're going into
I think they're both very short clips. If you wanted to play them both,
you could just do both. Yeah.
No, we're gonna hold the rule. Thirst trap ahoy!
Oh, wow.
This is magical girl transformation.
Yeah. There was the magical girl transformation came out, and we got the full pan down, not pants down, pan down.
Skybeam.
Skybeam.
Yeah.
We had an underground fight club in the last film, and we have a Skybeam in this film.
Jill, you've got a costuming question in the chat thread.
Oh, it's not. No, what do you call the thing He-Man is wearing? Because it's not a crop top. I would call it a harness.
Yes.
It's called. I think, Jill, we could call it a bro show.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I also love that they just adapted the image just enough that it's no longer the Iron Cross that the old one used to wear.
Yes, we don't need to go.
Interestingly, they decided to not go for the modern one, which is just a stylized H. So I don't know. Yeah.
Look, hey, let them do. Look, as I say to this one, let them cook. This is fine. I have confidence that they know what they're doing, and it felt it. One of the things that's really difficult on a film set is it's difficult to have fun, or when people aren't having fun, it can bleed into the thing of like people don't really give a shit about this project. I did feel like every time people were on the screen that they kind of knew what they were doing. Maybe not Marina Bakar and a couple of the other characters who didn't really know what they were there for. They're just like, I'm just standing here. Good work on getting Alison Brie, who has comedic chops, to play a sort of undercurrent comedic bit.
The thirstiest fucking version of Evelyn I've ever seen.
It was great.
Holy shit.
I'm here for it. I'm down.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought she was blonde? But she is.
In the cartoon, she's silver.
Yeah. But look, everyone works quite well in everything they're doing in this. And we've got the spoilers up now, so if you want to talk about anything spoilery, apologies to anyone that haven't seen it yet. This is the podcast on Thursday, and they can't have seen it.
Yes.
I don't think there's too much to spoil because it's mainly about the plot narrative. It's like, but I mean, if you've watched any of the cartoons, you know what happens in the end? He-Man defeats Skeletor. Quel dommage.
Yeah. But there are things that we can talk about that we enjoyed, like use of memes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, fairly early on, they kind of reference the what's going on.
Yeah,
and pretty fucking well.
Yeah, it was great. It was just a soundtrack moment. They didn't have to really do anything that difficult. It was just like, oh well, everyone knows this song is related to He-Man because of that guy's video, so let's just chuck it in.
Yeah, and during that scene is when we get to see our first sort of traditional character doing some stuff, which is Beastman,
who I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, who looks great in it, and I mean, you know, we'd seen some earlier stuff like, oh, is that Ram Man? Yep, that's Ram Man in the background, but you know, who are they? What do they do? They're using their powers that they have. It's like, okay, that's kind of cool and fun and everything, but we want to get back to the, you know,
the classics
and doing it and try. And I really enjoyed the fact they didn't put too many on screen at once.
Yeah.
There isn't a big giant battle scene where everyone is going at each other in a kind of Captain America Civil War sort of
Oh, yeah.
thing, you know, where there's like
Yeah.
a big battle and everyone needs a bit of screen time. No, they just kind of separate it all up a little bit and kind of kept it enough. But it is ultimately about He-Man and
Mhm.
his sword that he holds aloft.
There is a couple of characters I wasn't expecting to see in there that
Okay.
showed up. So one of them being Karg.
Who's
So
Karg?
Karg is the weird silver-haired monster-looking dude with the sai and a little hook or something. He's like a green-skinned monster guy. But the thing is, he was only ever in the 1987 movie. Like, he was
Oh.
never a toy. He was never anything else.
Okay.
And they've gone, fuck it, we're going to reference the 1987 movie and pull that character out of it. And I'm like, that's a fucking choice.
Why not?
Oh, he did get an action figure eventually.
Oh, but, right, eventually.
In
but not at the time, it wasn't.
2018.
Yeah.
But it
But
is
yeah,
nice.
like-
Yeah. You get to see a few of those ones in the background. Like, you know, I swear there was a Gwildor
Somewhere in there.
somewhere in there in the background. And they even point that out in the. And is it a spoiler to talk about the naming of these people?
No, but we're in the spoiler section. I think we can talk about that now.
Okay. It's really nice in this because it's told from Adam's perspective as a child when he left. So what he's done is he's named them all as stereotypical things that he remembers from when he was a child. So,
Yeah.
you know,
So he
Ram
doesn't
Man.
remember these guys' actual
No.
names. He just calls the dude with the big fist Fisto.
Yeah,
And the guy that like rams people with his dome head.
Ram
Ram
Man.
Man.
I do love that. It was like, oh, you're Ram Man. And everyone's kind of quiet. And he goes, I have a name. Just ends the story and keeps going. And it's like, yeah, shit. And everyone's just kind of like, you're a bit of a dick because you don't actually remember any of us. And why are we
Apart
supposed to
from
follow you?
Mechanic, who seems to quite like his name.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
yeah. I really enjoyed seeing Moss Man briefly in there, but he lived a good life in it, and it served the story, which I quite liked because it gets to show you that actually Skeletor is kind of competent and a bit evil because you have to have a sacrifice somewhere for some reason, and it didn't affect any of the story, and none of the main characters die because it is basically a child's cartoon. But at least it made Skeletor menacing. Oh, and the other one, Quinny, what the fuck is with the goat one?
Okay, so
Who's the
right,
goat guy?
The big red dude with the
Oh, with the horns.
yeah. So weird fucking character. He's called Goat Man.
I mean, strange. How did?
Yeah.
Wow, I would not have considered
Once
that.
again, you know, Adam trying to remember things. But he was originally yes, we're in very deep gonk territory here.
I can't gonk you. I need something else. I need like the little Orko magic sound.
Either that or you need the ching of the sword or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But Goatman was created for like a golden book or one of those like those reading with the tape books.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it was a golden book. So they just made up a new character for the golden book. There was never a toy of him, you know, until the 2018 or whenever.
Yeah.
But they just were like, okay, yeah, we'll put him into the first movie, and everyone was like, who the fuck's that? You know. And there's another one at one point, like the person who wakes up Skeletor is this little pig dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what's his
so-
name?
Pigman probably.
Close. Pig
boy.
Boy. And the story with Pig Boy is that when they were filming the 1987 film, they ran a competition for the kids to see who could get a walk-on part in the film. And this one kid won a walk-on part in the film, and he plays a character called Pig Boy.
Oh my god.
And they're just like, yep, we got to reference that. Now, I don't know whether it was the same kid or not, but Pig Boy got a hold.
Yeah. Look, I liked all of these references that they pulled out. They did a bit of an update, I think, with Roboto. And
yes,
I'm fine with that. She is a great character in this. and eventually, has a good kind of arc. I feel like everyone kind of has a decent enough arc in this that you're following, apart
Mhm.
from the fact that Tila doesn't really have an arc. But I mean, that's
No.
because she's just sick of carrying all the men in her life around
Oh,
on her
yeah.
back, which is why she should get the snake armor. Because why? Well, my back got crushed from carrying all the dudes in the film because they're all a bit shit.
Yeah.
She really was flexing on everyone, was the most
Fucking oath.
competent of
Absolutely.
everybody there.
Yep. By far.
The smartest,
dear.
most competent person with a plan. Has
Yep.
emotional, has direction, shuts down
mean,
Adam.
He's also in keeping with the original stories too, like, all the way through those old cartoons. She was always the most competent and always the one who knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Apart from just not knowing that one thing about, who Prince Adam turned into.
I loved that's a great reference to in that.
I think I want to bring it around to like the end of the film where we got to see some really fun moments. We do get to see some references to original costuming, which was fun. We get to see Tila in her original 80s cartoon gear and the Prince Adam outfit.
Yes.
Yep.
And a little bit of ridiculous cartoon chortling, I would call it.
I love that thing. I was like, yeah,
It's so
he's just gonna go and change. We all know that he's doing it, but just let him have his thing. It's like, oh no, Prince Adam's run off, and now He-Man's come back. And it's like, oh wow, where did Prince Adam go? It's kind of.
Is he going to keep doing that? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Just let him have it. Just let him have it. It's fine. It's fine. He's been through
There was
a lot.
a blink and you miss it bit in one of the fights that I was very happy with. Like, there is one big fight where all of the good guys are fighting a bunch of skeleton knights and stuff. Which is sort of, the big action sequence for Fisto and Ram Man and all those characters. There is a bit in there that I just squealed with excitement, where one of the little dopey floating Skeletor robots from the cartoon got punched. Like it's a fucking blink and you miss it 2-second shot of one of those weird little top looking robots.
Oh, okay.
Just gets punched and destroyed by somebody. I was like, yeah, the little fucking Skeletor robots. Yeah.
Yep. I did like one of those things where was it at one point where Spikor gets punched and flies up and just sticks to the roof, and then they leave him stuck there because his spikes have impaled him on the roof. And I'm like, fine, I'm with that. No worry.
Yeah.
Quick question, and this is maybe something I can't remember. Keldor, who is King Randor. Sorry, apologies. Did he just get was he there and then just disappeared, or did something nefarious happen to him in the movie?
He died.
Okay, I just double checked. I don't know why I blanked on that one. I couldn't remember what happened to that character. And in my mind, at some point during that scene, I feel like he just stepped slightly off screen and then no one acknowledged what happened to him.
No,
but that was just me.
Had quite a long death
quite a
sequence.
big moment.
No, I wasn't paying attention. Still 90 out of 100. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to sing the praises of the emotional depth in this film as well.
Yeah.
Because we have been talking about how much fun it is and how boyish it is and how masculine it is and all that kind of stuff. But it also has a very emotional core. And we get to see I would say, macho characters break down and cry and have connecting emotional moments. And I think that is such a healthy display of emotion and mental health that is so important for, I think, people that grew up in the 80s and was kind of had a lot of that stuff repressed by the generation before them, and kind of growing up with boys don't cry and all of that kind of garbage. So it was really nice just to see men having emotional moments between themselves and other male characters.
And also, there is a very clear awareness of the idea of toxic masculinity,
Mhm.
you know, and how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
To the like, there is a point where, you know, He-Man's even there going, you know what, wouldn't it be cool if instead of us beating the shit out of each other,
We just
maybe
had a conversation.
we can have a conversation about this and we
Yeah.
can find out what you want
I
and
mean,
what I want.
Adam on Earth was a HR manager, and so he just wants to diffuse situations by talking about them instead of beating people up. And
Yeah.
I
it's
get-
really progressive.
I-
But
Yeah.
also to have a father figure who was so standoffish with him and kind of cold and expected a lot from him, to still be able, like 15 years later, to come back and have an emotional connection with your father and like still be able to
Not gonna
tell
lie, that one
him
got
that
me.
you love him and that he loves you, even though you have all of this
Yeah.
history between you.
Yeah. That one really kicked me in the guts. And I was like,
And
oof.
and it's I think the success of the film is that balance, that it knows when it's going to lean this way and it knows when it's going to go back the other way. I was just remembering fucking some of the funniest scenes is the fight between He-Man and Skeletor towards the end. But there's a moment when basically kind of Skeletor is invading He-Man's mind and sort of living through those memories on Earth.
Yeah, I kind of really
But
love
fucking
that.
hands down, funniest shit you've ever thought of is you saw all these things happen at the start of the film.
Yeah.
They directly reference all of the stuff on Earth that happened at the start, so you're comfortable with it, and then it just inserts Skeletor in there, and you're like, "This is weird, but really funny."
Yeah.
Like that's
that kind
just
of shit was great.
yeah, and that is part of that great thing. Is like, oh my god, Skeletor is just funny.
Yeah.
Because
But
he
like
is
showing up in an office in business attire and then be like, where the fuck even are we? What is this?
what? Where am I? What did you do? I don't understand.
Yeah. Just the concept of a cubicle and an office is so foreign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kind of stuff was really funny.
It funny, but also, yeah, still hitting on that emotional core. And
Yep.
there's a really nice through line about like the, you know, the internalization of self-worth
Mhm.
and the question of like, there are parts in the last trailer that we saw that I was like, oh wow, you're really kind of hammering the actual core theme of this, about, you know, that the whole saying, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power.
Mhm.
That's a really core thing. That's key to it. And it's like, it's saying some really good shit too.
Mm.
You know, it's saying, you know, don't externalize this into all the stuff around you.
Yeah.
You are actually enough. And I'm like, it's funny, like, you know, Mattel really nailed it with Barbie.
Mhm.
And in a weird way, I feel like they're doing something
Yeah.
almost equally subversive with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It's the Ken equivalent of the Barbie film.
Yeah.
And like I know that we're in the spoiler
This Ken
territory.
is just he.
Yeah.
Okay, look, when they pointed out the He-Man of it all, and then I was like, oh wait, and She-Ra, I'm like, fuck, how did I never see that? Like 42 years on Earth, and I've only just realized the derivative nature
Yeah.
of those names.
Yeah. Look, it's
Yeah.
and I mean, I know we're in spoilers. I don't actually want to talk about the post-credit spoilers.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think it's better off just experiencing that
Oh yeah.
as you go.
Yeah.
But I would say confidently, I'm looking forward to another movie based in this universe, and from hopefully what it hopefully if the box office holds up for it, we're going to get a bit of a universe out of that, and if they use the same sort of fun,
Yeah.
it's great. Like it's going to be very interesting, and so many merchandising opportunities to come
Yeah.
back and introduce a whole new level of kids to all
Yeah.
of this stuff.
I
And
mean, they've got a whole new range of action figures. They've got
sure.
beautiful Tila and He-Man Barbies.
Yeah.
Fucking sick
That-
hot toys.
I was really impressed with their release for this film because they're servicing 3 different types of people who are interested in it. They're servicing the higher end Barbie / hot toys
Yeah, collectors.
collectors. They're doing more the casual 6-inch $40 Australian figures. And
Yeah.
what did you say, Quinny? They're doing the $14 cheap.
Well, they're actually doing 2 other levels as well. So there's the classics collectors who love, short, squat, muscular He-Man from the 80s.
Yeah.
So they've done
I'm
a
talking about
version
more
of these characters
directly
in that
related to
Playable
this
toys.
film.
but very specifically like the 80s style, like real muscular, real squat. And they've also done another line of cool looking, quite posable, very cheap, aimed at young kid kind of toys as well. Like they're $12.
Yeah.
So you've got a $12 toy of all the characters. You've got a $19, and then you've got a $40 toy for the people who like a little bit more. Then you've also got your Barbie look, and then your $450 hot toys as well. Like, I look at what they did for fucking Mandalorian, and I'm like, where are you? Like, where are your toys, dude? Where's all
Quinny,
that?
they're there. They're there. It's just there's
There's just nothing that screams play about Mandalorian and Grogu. But with He-Man, you do. You've got the playability.
Yeah. What I desperately want is for the Ram Man to have like the action feature of going spring or like, the battle armor fist. And I mean, there's also a whole bunch of other toys too, which are like, He-Man on Battle Cat with biting action.
You want
and
the fisting action, Quinny?
Real fisting action.
Hey, don't worry, you can get Fisto and Ram Man in a 2-pack.
Oh boy.
And as I said today, and I'm almost 100% sure that is a 2-pack that can only be bought from Amazon because they didn't want to try and work out how to get it onto a toy store shelf.
Damn it! Next time we do the why do we not have affiliate links? God damn it! I should have fucking sorted all that out. Use our affiliate link.
But if you want to buy us any of these things,
no, use your affiliate link to buy your Fisto and Ram Man via Amazon. Give us money, Bezos.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on Twitch, right? Aren't they owned by Amazon?
I don't know.
Who knows this year? It's all owned by the same one corporation.
Yeah.
Omni Global Hyper Meganet.
Yeah.
Oh, also want to shout out to a pretty good cameo as well. Like,
mate Dolph.
Yeah. Like, I was very, very pleased with that. And also I'm glad that it wasn't like it was twee, but it actually tied in to a few bigger things. And I was like, yeah, righto. Nice work.
Absolutely no one believed, though, that fucking Nicholas Gallatin wasn't absolutely destroying Dolph Lundgren in a physical... It's like, they just put him in an oversized shirt to try to make him look smaller, and it's like, he's fucking
working. It's not working.
Anytime he's just standing next to someone, I feel like they're just looking at him like, Jesus Christ.
I know, and he's like trying to like hunch and make himself smaller. I'm like, it's not working, babe.
I'm only Prince Adam. It's like fucking Jesus.
He's like fucking Stellark, the artist. You can wrap a piece of sheet over the White Cliffs of Dover. They're still the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yep. Exactly. Oh dear. Well, look, final thoughts, because we've been at this for quite a while now. It's a 450th show. We can do whatever we want. We're just going to keep going with it forever.
What do you want us to do for the next 450?
Fucking... I'm so old. Finally, the Marvel Universe Phase 27 is coming out.
Please let us have phased into irrelevance by then.
Yep.
Asper wants us to spend the next 450 episodes doing Smallville.
Fuck.
Oh my god. They didn't even have that many episodes.
No,
oh yes, Tari says Vox Machina season 4 tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that should give you something to do, because we have a public holiday long weekend coming up.
We do.
And we're going to take next Tuesday off, because there are 5 fucking Tuesdays in June. Of course. Again,
We deserve an extra long break.
yeah, we're doing that. But then we're going to come back. What are we talking about when we come back? Obsession or no,
Yeah.
Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day.
And then Obsession, which is doing very well at the box office, along with the Backrooms.
Backrooms. I'm actually thinking whether or not maybe we should try and do a bit of both on that one. I know it means trying to see two films, but like those two films
Yeah.
have absolutely fucking put the industry on its head.
Yeah.
Backrooms especially, everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, look, hey, I don't fucking blame it because some of the very expensive, like high-end to produce films that have come out recently have been a bit crap. So, you know, cheap ones that get a good bang for your buck. Fantastic. And then
Have
what
a
do we
built-in audience.
What
as
do we
well
put for the
from-
end of the month? It's Supergirl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweeper Girl
Mm.
and Sheriff Lobo.
Yes, yes. So they've got a few questions in there. What did we
Yep.
think of Punisher: One Last Kill?
Hated it.
A somewhat
Hated it.
a somewhat missed opportunity.
Yeah, I thought
Stunts were
I thought
great.
it was a good, a good stunt reel.
Yeah.
And
Excellent
a
stunt
good
reel.
like it felt a bit like The Raid, you know, where it's like, you know, high action, but at the same time, I didn't feel like any of the emotional stuff really landed properly. So
Nope.
yeah, and it felt really weird to do that, knowing that it's going to lead into the next Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, strange decision.
Bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you know, hey, you've got some time.
I'm going to be watching
go
the
and
rest
find
of Spider Noir.
Oh yeah, I've got to start that.
Struggling a bit with that one.
I've watched the first episode and I liked it. It's very strange, but I kind of dig that strange.
Okay.
I'll be happy when I can watch it in fucking black and white because my TV is being a dick and won't let me watch it in black and white.
Have you thought about just taking off your color
Take your
correcting
glasses
glasses,
off,
Quinny?
Maybe you are. Maybe you have been watching. it in black and
Maybe
white.
that's the problem.
Everything just seems so pink. I'm not going to do that anymore because I look like a pig. Got tiny little piggy eyes.
Oh,
Oh, pig
See?
boy.
pig.
Oh, pig boy.
One day you'll become a pig man. Jesus. Yeah, look,
Oh, God.
all I gotta say is go out and see, go to the cinema, have a nice time, get a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Just
There are so many of them these days.
just enjoy it.
Predator Kangaroo asked, did we watch The Sheep Detectives? No, we got an invite and we didn't watch it because it sounded dumb, but now everybody's giving it great reviews.
I mean, I don't know if I want to go and see another AI generated animated film. I don't care if it has Hugh Jackman in it.
Mm.
I don't
I mean,
know.
to
I
me-
heard he's cancelled because he's friends with Ivanka and Jared.
Ugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Mm.
Ugh.
kill me.
And Karina's giving us a recommendation. If anyone wants a warm fuzzy, go and watch Power Ballad with Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas.
I saw the poster for that and I thought, what is that? I would watch that.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it and it looked like a fun little film. So I'm kind of keen to give that a bit of a look at some point too.
So
I have started watching Widow's Bay on Apple TV and I've got to say, loving it.
oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a
Um,
bit of a horror, supernatural kind of thing. Very Stephen King-esque. Like it's even
That's what I
set in
kinda
New
figured.
England, but it's not written by him at all. But yeah, great. Enjoying that one so far.
Predator Kangaroo, I don't know if it is AI generated or not. It just gives me that vibe. I didn't want to watch it. So just want to clarify, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have watched The Burrows, which is on Netflix.
Okay.
That is, look, if you like 80s films like Gremlins and Cocoon, great. It's going to be good for you. Also, a lot of older actors getting the chance to keep earning a paycheck.
Yeah,
But they're
Alfred
all quite good.
Molina and
Gina Davis.
okay, nice.
It's
Alfred Woodard.
yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a good time watching it.
I finished For All Mankind.
Me too. What are your thoughts, Jill?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we did talk about it last month.
Yeah.
It was an okay season. I think they kind of have lost the plot with what is the actual interesting storytelling. And that's the space exploration, not the fucking human drama. So
Yeah.
the whole Mars Liberation Rebellion kind of thing was annoying, but the Titan Discovery stuff was cool. I want to see
Yeah.
more of that. And I kind of really enjoyed our little prelude into season 6, which is going to be the 2020s.
Mm.
Interesting. I'm not going to spoil anything here.
No, I
But
I agree with you, Jill. I think it built up. The last
mm,
couple of episodes, I actually was a lot more invested in where things were going.
yeah, I
But
took a break from it, and then I'm like, I'm just going to finish it. And
yeah,
then I'm glad that I did. And
yeah,
then I watched the first episode of Star City, and I've got to say, can't be fucked.
yeah,
It's
right,
literally starting from the beginning again, but from the Russian perspective. And I'm like, it's just For All Mankind, but with communism. And I'm like, it's whatever.
right. Okay, I haven't watched
Yeah.
that yet, and I'm like,
The first episode shows us the Russian moon landing and then putting the first woman on the moon. So it's the stuff that we saw in season 1 of For All Mankind. But
right,
just like, how did the Russians do it with all the communist spying and all of the hail fucking Lenin and Stalin bullshit? Like,
right,
yeah, it's kind of, and it's all very drab because we're like, oh, I'm sorry, but we're in communist Russia, so we don't have color. And
and we don't have
and like
Joel Kinnaman.
remember how boring Chernobyl was and you all watched it? Well, we're going to try and replicate that with Star City.
Hey, I like Chernobyl.
Yeah, but it was slow.
Yeah, but it was good because that was the thing. Is like people are dying.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but they took all of that stuff but like didn't make it interesting. They're like, oh, we have a call center here, but nobody's talking to each other. We're just listening through devices for everybody that we've got on our radar. And then we report it at the end of the day. And then if you don't report something right, you go to the fucking gulag. I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is like no imagination, guys. You're just taking all of the Russian stereotypes.
Yeah, I might give it a go. But we've got a whole bunch of stuff starting back up again. Like, we've got Vox Machina, we've got
Excited
Sugar
for that.
starting back up again on Apple TV sometime soon.
I'm really looking forward to something good coming from Apple.
After a
What do you
while.
mean? Looking forward to. They're always putting out good stuff.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff, though, like as you said, Jill, I tried to watch the remainder of the For All Mankind, and I just kind of got halfway through an episode and went, I'm bored. Gone
Watch
off.
Widow's Bay.
Widow's Bay. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I'll get into it. Yeah, their movies have been a bit shit that they've released. Some of their TV series have been okay, but, Sugar season 2 could be good.
You gonna watch that John Travolta film?
No, not in a million years. I saw the trailer for it and I was like, oh, God, really? And then I watched him cosplaying as a director because that's what he thought a director should look like.
Yes. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought Nicolas Cage looked really good in that, though. In the performance of John Travolta.
Yes. I want to take your plane off.
Yeah.
All right.
In the bin. Okay, I'll go.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, look, go out and see Master of the Universe. It's great.
Yes.
Like,
Enjoy Brian May.
It's going to be a good time. You're going to have a laugh. You're going to get a great action, joyful night out.
Yeah.
I'm contemplating seeing it again on an IMAX screen.
Ooh. Okay, splurging on the
Incidentally,
IMAX.
it's kicking off Mandalorian off IMAX screens all over the world.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine.
Like they're like, oh, Mandalorian's not doing well. Fucking put He-Man on, all of them.
Yep. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, everyone.
Sweet.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for the chat.
Enjoy
Thank you for
your
being
long
with us for
weekends.
450 fucking shows.
450 shows. Jesus.
Enjoy the
get-
break
yeah.
next week.
You get less for murder. I know it's a fucking terrible bad joke. It's fine. Thanks for
Damn.
joining us. Thanks for listening out there. If you're listening, send us something nice. I don't know. Say thanks or
Yeah.
just congratulations.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
if you listen to
Some
the
sort of
podcast
feedback.
and don't come and join in the live stuff,
Yeah. Just let
send
us
us
know
something
that
to say.
exist.
Like, go onto the Facebook, do whatever Dion won't say on the Facebook, but I will.
No, I won't be. I won't be there at all.
Like, if you want to say happy birthday for 450 episodes, find an interesting way to do it, and we'll read it out on the podcast or play it or
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
I would like to like 450 10-cent pieces, please.
$450
That might
coins.
pay our hosting.
Oh, that's not even, no, not the 10-cent pieces. I need more than the dollar coins. I also love the way Quinny's face is frozen in this perfect exact moment. I need to acknowledge that. It's fucking hilarious. All right, we're gonna go, everyone. Thanks for see you in 2 weeks. We'll be back in
Yes.
2 weeks, and then we'll talk about the next lot of things. Anyway, have a nice time off. We'll see you next week or next
Love
like
you.
next time.
Bye.
I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have 'em teach me weights, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. And martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall. I'll dance her up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell